I'm gonna fire 3, 2, 1. It'll heat up for a second, just like the Death Star. Swing around to the front of the Athenor to watch. It goes a few times. So what it's doing is it's breaking a big chunk off of the moon, and then over the course of 6 days, it's going to drag the chunk to the station. Now, in this pocket, we can actually measure that chunk every couple days and see how far it's moved, and we can anticipate when everybody else's moons will be ready, so we can run by periodically and destroy all the miners and rob their shit.
That's nuts.
And now you also can see the rock,
Yeah.
which is pulled from moon.
Look at the big shockwave. Now the tractor beam will start.
They say the kingdom comes with a ball and chain. After recent events, I'm about to find out the truth of that statement. A well-organized group decided to join Patchwork Freelancers with the goal of securing this pocket and making a little kingdom of our own. The timing of this move couldn't have been better, as the free folk reader Serena tried to get this group to join him. I have won the diplomatic battle, and on the geography of things, we are situated on the right in Salin and Anne, while they are on the left in Charleville and Deacon. They have turtled up in Charleville and only resort to fighting when they outnumber the opponent or when they have a Sino backup. In this fight, I was alone, and I did take sentry guns against them, which was a mistake at one point in the fight. However, this is the only kind of situation where you can even get them to aggress you. These tactics made me understand that I need to focus on growing the group even more, establishing in what we call now the pocket, Salin and Anne, and thus playing the long game rather than a few exhausting critical strikes against them. The drama continued, of course, even expressing itself on YouTube or Reddit, and while those comments are public and anyone can see them, I'll just take a few details out that I think were important. The main narrative coming from Free Folk is that I'm a bully and that I'm harassing new members, as they stated. And while I have attacked new members, their core group is not formed of rookies or beginners in any case. Most fights and videos clearly show this, even by their flying or their ship selection that shows that they have a fair bit of skill points. But I'll humor you, and I want to put the nail in the coffin one final time on this sort of drama. I do not win a fight by being nice, I win a fight by being effective. And it seems that Free Folk, as well as other groups, have made the expectation of how I should behave. Now, that's just setting yourself up for disappointment. We can see in this fight where I take one of the Free Folk bait how they come with Shadow Cartel Panthers in order to catch me. I think I was even alone in this one. I am not complaining about the tactics that anyone can use in EVE Online. I think it's fair game as long as it respects the game rules. I am at most bothered by the hypocrisy of having backup, having Sinos, having a blob, and then complaining that I'm somehow bullying or harassing noobs. And even if we didn't agree, me and Serena, about even what started the conflict, I don't think it really even matters. I have a desire to attack his group and him personally, and he has a desire to do the same, or at least affect me to some degree. He has certainly tried to subvert me diplomatically. I'm glad that I've recently won one of those fights and merged with the Alliance of Free Delivery. So I think it's time to put aside the fake claims of playing victim in this. You generally ball up and have a Sino on standby, as we see in this clip as well. We're heavily outnumbered, and yet within 5 minutes you brought a Shadow Cartel Sino on the system just to be safe. If my methods upset you, I think that's the whole point. However, I only use tools that are allowed in the game, trolling in local, fighting you, harassing you with ships, without taking it in the real world, or using swear words or insulting you personally. You dismissed me when you didn't really know me or see what I can do, and now you complain when you have to deal with the consequences. You could have moved out of this pocket if your main concern was the safety of your members, or if I'm such a toxic player as you stated. So let's just get on with it. Everyone doing their best to defeat their opponent. had a fight where we trade some kills and end up disengaging. Meanwhile, let's take a look back at what happens in the pocket. Okay, everyone jump, sailing. It's an exciting moment for me. I believe this is the largest fleet I've FC'd. Definitely the one that didn't die too. I have once FC'd the Riot fleet, battleships around 10, and I have managed to a total of warp to gate, at which point when we landed on gate we all died. So this is an improvement.
Well, thank you for FCing us, man. It took some weight off of me and I can focus on helping you guys.
Yeah man, it's always a pleasure, so you can count on me in the future for sure. Everyone go ahead and jump, Metzeroll, dock at the NPC station. Thank you all for your patience in doing this again. Make sure you coordinate with Durth in fleet. From now on, comms are free. Make sure you coordinate and you get back to ships and so on, okay? Op success. The Athanor is operational. We can all benefit from it, and I think that's a good thing. It is a time of strengthening the bonds that keep this group alive.
Fellow freelancers, I am honored to be able to guide you in your path. We come together under one vision, that as a group we can achieve more than what the individual can do. Secure the pocket and share information about enemies that come in our territory. Hunt and raid nearby pockets so that people will start learning our name. You are becoming a force to be reckoned with. Fight hard for what's yours and for the freelancer next to you. Gather resources, build and flourish. As for me, I will watch over you, I will protect you, and I would gladly die alongside you fighting our enemies. They will know my name is Entropy, and together we are the Patchwork Freelancers. We are coming for you all.
The fight for securing the pocket continues. While some have left, a few PvPers remain pretty resilient. There are daily signer raids against Salin and Anne, as well as solo roams, a small gang that come, even PvEers try to take the resources of this pocket. And as I was mentioning in the beginning, the kingdom could potentially come with a ball and chain. Some duties that I didn't expect I would have did come my way. A new challenge in the form of management and diplomacy. One coalition by the name of Hollowpoint tried to approach us and live alongside Patchwork in this pocket, but eventually it didn't work out. Their leader was afraid I would try to take control and accused us of different things like stealing or trying to manipulate them somehow. These were proven wrong by logs and screenshots, but it didn't matter in the end. The coalition couldn't work with us and they moved out of the pocket. One of their members cracked a joke about me that I speak like a used car salesman, and maybe I do, and there's no offense to used car salesmen in themselves, but I think that he was trying to make an insult, so I upped his joke and tried to sell him a few used catalysts of myself. And while some might think that my actions are not exactly nice, I don't think that was something I was aiming for. I may very well be the bad guy in many people's stories. Most times I even try to be. So I guess that should explain a bit about all this drama coming back at me. I mean, I certainly understand where it's coming from. And while I don't mind the drama as much, I think it comes with the territory of being a pirate and generally a bad guy. I think what really bothers me is the implied nature that my actions are somehow wrong. I would say they're different. I enjoy fighting, I enjoy PvP, and maybe pushing some influence or running some diplomacy that might disturb or upset some people. I enjoy the odd gank and maybe even killing that venture in low sec. Now it doesn't say that the venture is wrong, and it doesn't say that I'm wrong. We just enjoy a different playstyle. I think it's a point many people miss. I do have my pirate's honor, and recently this PvPer I kept fighting and sailing by the name of Wicked Hexe challenged me to a one-on-one duel. The rules were simple: Tech 1 only, no faction except faction ammo. We would have a frigate, a destroyer, and a cruiser fight. Best out of 3 wins. He challenged me in front of the whole alliance, sort of, to not give me an option to back down, which is not something I ever intended in any case, so I brought them over to spectate the show as well. The fight was won, leaving me to return back to my protective duties around the pocket. I'm sure that both myself and the group will face many challenges in the future. I choose to stay optimistic and try to focus on the task at hand. Build this group up, show them that they can achieve great things together. I'm gonna leave you with a bit of a bonus clip from a fight I had in Faction Warfare recently. And if you enjoy my content, please leave a like and subscribe for more episodes. If you're not familiar with the Pirate Story series, go ahead and navigate to my channel. You will find a playlist and you can take it from the first one, which is PvP Origin. And of course, I want to thank the pilots I fly with, the friends that I log on to every day and chat with, crack a joke and blow some people up with. I just want you to know that leading you guys is actually a pretty big privilege for me. And yeah, I really appreciate it.
machine.